everyone, Paulie here from HardDrive Radio, and I'm delighted to be joined now by Chris, Brett, and Jay, the glorious sons. Gentlemen, thank you for coming to see me today.
Thanks for having us.
First off, we got to talk about the big news. You guys have a #1 song on the rock radio charts with SOS. That's got to feel just amazing for you.
Yeah, it's definitely much better than 5 years ago.
Yeah. Definitely one of the highlights for sure.
Did you ever expect to go that high on the chart?
We hoped to, but I'm not sure, really. I mean, every time you put out a song, you want it to go #1, but it doesn't happen very often, especially for Canadian band in the U.S.
Let's kind of jump back in the time machine a little bit. Think back to when you guys were writing these songs. Tell me a little bit about what was going through your head when you wrote SOS.
Well, I was sitting at a piano. It was actually 2 summers ago, and I was writing this song called Sam and Brett, and
Didn't make the album.
didn't make the album. But it was
First draft.
it was a totally different song about a guy, basically robbing a convenience store because him and his wife are down on their luck. And I remember going to meet Jay for drinks after and being like, I got a masterpiece. And everybody kind of doing their, okay, Brett, whatever thing. And then fast forward to when we were making the album, we had another song that we were working on, and it just the track and the music was amazing, but by the time we built all that around the lyrics and the melody and the whole vibe of it just came up short. So I was actually literally just standing in the shower because we had a week to write this song because we were in Los Angeles. So I was just standing in the shower and I started chanting that chorus, which was picked from the Sam and Brett song. And I came in and we sang it over and everybody kind of just went, oh my God. And
It's funny, I made the same noise when I first heard it.
good. We knew something special had happened in the room. And then after that, we had to fight for 2 or 3 months with everybody because we knew that song should be on the radio. Everybody was kind of a little bit scared, but, took the long route around, but I think for a reason, and it worked out for the best.
Proved him right, man. There you go.
Boy Nick over there was the star of that whole thing too. He fought hard for it, pushed for it.
Good call, Nick.
Yeah.
I want to talk about, just the camaraderie of the band because, you, Brett, you and Jay are brothers. So, I'm sure you guys played in other bands before you started playing together. At what point, did you just what, we should just play together?
I kind of knew. I'd been in bands almost my whole life, but most of them sucked. And then Brett's high school band was playing, and I had a band at the time, and I was playing clubs, and they were getting gigs, and they're playing some clubs, and I saw these guys play for the first time, and I was like, holy, Brett could really sing, and he can really work the stage. I was like, yeah, right. I gotta stop singing and get this guy singing, and so we worked on a couple small things from there, and then kind of dragged him back from the East Coast to join the Glorious Sons a few months after we'd started the band without him. So,
Chris, were you in the band at that point?
No, not at that point. No, I came on about 4 years ago.
yikes!
How'd you get recruited, man?
4 years. Maybe 3.5. But it was I'd been doing my own music and doing my own thing for a million years, and I'd been up and down the thing a million times. And a buddy's bar of mine, I was doing a show there where every month I'd bring in a different artist and we'd do a little thing together. And I met Brett just from drinking in that bar, and then asked him if he wanted to do one when he was home, and then we did it, and it was really cool, and we were hanging out a lot back then, just writing songs and working away at it the whole time. And then they had a guitar player that left, and it just kind of seemed like a no-brainer at that point, as we were already kind of working that way. And then it was like, do you want to do a tour? I was like, yeah, let's do that.
Man. Yeah. I wonder how many of the great rock and roll stories start with just having drinks at a bar, right?
Probably all of them.
All of them, yeah.
All the best ones.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the tour, man. You guys just kicked off. You're coming through the States, and how's things going for you so far?
Terribly, actually. Our photographer got disallowed into the country,
Denied access.
and then our bus broke down.
Oh my goodness.
Day 2.
Yeah. So today things are looking up. Nothing bad's happened. So
Well, you know, when your bus breaks down, kind of everything's just up from there.
it's just so disappointing. We really liked that bus.
I'm sure, you know, other trips you guys have had some shit too. Do you remember any of the real Spinal Tapian moments from tours past?
We blew every single tire on our RV in one tour before, so that was crazy.
Yeah.
I think the very most Spinal Tap moment I've ever been part of is crossing the border.
Okay.
3
what's the story?
times.
This is a bit of a long story, but
Well, somebody else would be better
we
off to
hired.
tell.
We hired.
Okay.
I wouldn't call him. He was a professional driver, but not really a professional bus driver to drive our bandwagon. The last time we came down in the fall, and he really had no idea how to like drive a bus or like use a GPS. I don't know how he called himself a driver, but so we were coming back from Detroit. No, we were going into Detroit from Windsor, and we go through the border. They give us a really hard time, and
No, the first one was really easy. Remember, they were like,
oh yeah,
we
you're
were in
right.
there 5 minutes. And they were like,
Right.
you're good to go. We were like, oh, that was painless.
So next thing we know, we're stopped 2 more minutes later, and we're at the exact same spot. And
He
they
took a wrong turn.
They hustle us out of the bus again, and we all have to go sign in. This time they give us a really hard
Yeah.
time,
An hour
like
long.
an hour-long wait.
So we
And
get
we're in
it.
the middle of like a 15-hour deadhead to Montreal. Like we were on a time crunch. We didn't have much time. And then, so we all get back in again, and
This is
sure
like-
enough,
Yeah, this is like 5 in the morning too. We're all
Yeah.
asleep.
sure enough, he makes the wrong turn again. And this time they're all so disgusted by us that they're just like, get out of here, get out of this country.
Yeah.
But like, there's guys that were drunk. There was guys. One guy wasn't wearing shoes. Like, we just looked terrible. And yeah, it was a
3
nightmare.
times.
Yeah, that
3
was
times, same border.
There was a woman screaming at us about,
Yeah,
when
that-
you come up to the border, you be prepared. And everyone was just like, why are they screaming at us? 3 times though,
She was
crossing
angry
the same
lady.
border.
yeah.
Within, an hour.
Yeah.
One of the things I love about this band is just how easy it is to sing along with you guys. I think one of your strengths as a songwriter is just you write really catchy lyrics, and I know I'm very much looking forward to singing along with you guys tonight in Brooklyn. So hopefully the set list isn't too crazy, and I'll be there, man, ready to rock out.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thanks,
Thanks
man.
for coming in.